If you follow most business advice, you'll probably grow. You'll also probably become busier, more stressed, and harder to replace. Even though you're more competent than you've ever been, you've learned the tools, you've improved the craft, clients trust you, and yet the business still feels heavy. That's not a coincidence because most advice is built around growth. Very little is built around design. And this year, that difference matters more than ever. So in this video, I'm not going to give you hustle tactics, motivational fluff, or generic growth tips. I'm going to break down the exact structure of a business that actually works in 2026. Not louder, not bigger, but one that's designed to support your time, your money, and your impact, one that doesn't collapse the moment you stop pushing. So whether you're a creator, educator, coach, or service-based entrepreneur, by the end of this video, you'll know what to stop doing, what to fix, and what actually matters moving forward. Here's what you'll walk away with in the next 10 minutes. The real reason businesses feel fragile even though revenue is growing, a simple framework, 3 pillars that make the business feel calm and stable, a working business checklist you can apply immediately, and the next step if you want help redesigning a model to actually work for you with less pressure. This is for the owner who's not trying to become a hustle influencer. It's for the mission-driven entrepreneur that wants impact, but also want a business that lets you breathe. Now, let me be very clear about this. Most businesses that don't work aren't broken. They're working exactly as designed. And that's what makes it hard. Because if something is broken, you fix it. But if something is working, just in a way that drains you, you'll keep assuming that the answer is more effort. What worked in 2018 and even 2022 quietly stopped working for a lot of owners. Not because you missed some tactic, but because the context changed. Attention is more expensive. Clients are more cautious and aware. Delivery expectations are higher, much higher, and service-based businesses are squeezed because delivery often depends on you. So owners try to compensate by stacking tools, adding offers, saying yes more, and pushing harder. And for a while, it works until the business turns into something that constantly leans on your nervous system. So the goal for this upcoming year is not scale. The goal is design. And the first reframe is this. Most people build their business to survive. And in the early stage, survival requires intensity. You say yes to everything. You do everything yourself. You're becoming indispensable, and that works for a while. But then the hidden costs show up. And I'm not talking about profit and loss. They show up as mental load that never shuts off, decision fatigue, constant urgency, and that strange feeling that your business owes you a little bit. Do you know what I'm talking about? So the question has to change. Not how do I grow, but what is the business supposed to do for me at this stage of my life? If you can't answer that, no strategy will save you because you'll be building in the dark. Now, here are 3 pillars of a business that actually works. The first pillar is structure over heroics. And that's an obvious one, but the solution isn't. If your business needs you at full capacity all the time, it is structurally fragile. Now, here's the trap. Many owners confuse being important with being irreplaceable. It feels meaningful to be needed, to be the one people depend on, but being needed everywhere is not a business model. It's a bottleneck with a paycheck. And it creates the worst kind of fragility. If you get sick, revenue drops. If you take a break, problems pile up. If you're not on, delivery suffers. So what does structure look like for this new upcoming year? It looks like fewer offers, clearer outcomes for the clients, fewer custom decisions, consistent timelines along with clearer borders, and a system that holds quality without needing your constant attention. So pause and answer this honestly. If I disappear for 10 days, what would break first? The answer is your first structural project. Not a new marketing strategy, structure first. The second pillar is leverage before scale. This is where most people get hurt. More revenue does not fix a bad model. It amplifies it. If your model already feels heavy, growth doesn't create freedom. It creates a nicer version of the trap. I know that because that's exactly what happened to me. As the business grew, demands for my personal time and my attention skyrocketed. And contrary to major belief, this isn't what's supposed to happen. So here's the test. When revenue goes up, Does the business get lighter or heavier? If it gets heavier, you're probably scaling the wrong thing. So what is leverage? Leverage means your business can grow without demanding more of you every time. Leverage can look like selling outcomes instead of sessions, building continuity programs so income doesn't reset monthly, raising prices to attract commitment, not just more people, simplifying delivery so results are repeatable, creating a model where clients stay longer and you rebuild less often, and hiring to buy back your time. Shout out to Dan Martell for this great frame. Leverage creates room, scale without leverage removes it. I hope you got that point. Let's move on. Here's an action step for you. Ask this: if I doubled my clients next month, what would collapse first? That's not a capacity problem. That's a leverage problem. Quick side note, if you're listening to this and thinking, this feels less like tips and more like a system, you're right. Now connect the dots before the end. Now the third pillar is something that I call identity-aware business design. This pillar is one that people usually ignore, and it's why businesses get stuck in midlife. And I'm saying that from heartfelt experience. Many businesses don't break because the market changes. They break because the owner changes. This isn't burnout, it's evolution. What used to feel exciting now feels heavy. What used to feel like growth now feels like obligation. And misalignment shows up like this: endless tweaking, avoidance, overthinking, doing busy work instead of meaningful work, even thinking about selling or starting over. Are you there? If so, know this: the business didn't fail. It just didn't evolve with you. A business that works adapts to who you are becoming, not who you used to be. And here's your action step. Ask, what part of my business used to fit but doesn't anymore? That answer matters more than your funnel. So what does a business that works feel like? It feels calm. Progress happens weekly. Nothing random spikes. Revenue doesn't crash and recover every month. The right clients stay longer. You do less rebuilding. You have bandwidth to think, and you're not the glue holding everything together. By the way, calm is not laziness, and it doesn't mean you're not doing enough. Calm is a sign of good design. It means you're doing exactly what you need. It might feel a little bit scary at first if you're not used to it, but once you do, you'll realize that this is probably how your business was always meant to feel like. And here's why this is hard to solve alone. You can't redesign a system you're emotionally embedded in, just like you can't read the label from the inside of the bottle. Or, as we said back in my music producer days, you can't be objective to the mix of your own song. Strategy requires distance. Structure requires perspective. Execution requires accountability. That's not weakness. That's how systems work. So if you want help with this, here's what I offer: a one-on-one strategy conversation. This isn't a pitch, it's a diagnosis. We look at what your business is optimized for right now. We identify where it's structurally heavy. We find leverage points, and we decide what kind of model actually fits your next chapter. Not everybody should scale, but everyone should design intentionally. If you want that clarity, the link is below. No pressure, just clarity. So this upcoming year will not reward louder businesses. It will reward clearer ones. And if you want a business that works for your next chapter, not just your past one, design it on purpose. On a final note, if one of these ideas in the video made you pause, you already know which one it was and which one you need to attend to first. And if it did, comment the word works, not for me, for you. I'm Ido Leatherman. Thanks for watching. This means a lot, and I'll see you in the next video.